Welcome to TechBox. In our last video, we have learned about the database management system. In that, we have learned relational data model. So, we have learned about cardinality, what is degree and domain, and what is the structure of the table, and how the structure of the tables contains. And we have learned about the basic terminologies of the tables also. So, in our today's video, we are going to learn about the keys in the SQL part. So what are the keys? We are having 4 types of keys in SQL. One is primary key, the second one is candidate keys, and the third one is alternate keys, and the fourth one is foreign key. So we'll be seeing the keys line by line. So the primary key is a set of one or more attributes that uniquely identify the tuples within a relation. So it says that a primary key is nothing but it is a set of one or more attributes. I have taught you in the last video that attributes means the columns. So the columns which uniquely identify the tuples within the relation. So tuples in the sense the rows. So in the columns, in particular columns which uniquely identifying the rows of a table. So that means the data should be unique. So then only that key should be selected. The particular column should be selected as a primary key. Otherwise, it should not be selected as a primary key. For example, in our table, roll number, admission number, name, stream code are there. So here the roll number is the one which are different for each person. Likewise, the admission number also different for each and every person. So it will not occur more than one time in a particular column. So it does not have any duplicate values. So in the third column, name. So the name Neha might get repeated. So there might be in a class 2 Nehas or 2 Nishas. So the data will get repeated in this column. So the stream code, each subject is having a particular stream code. So if more than 2 students has been selected the same subject, then this column will also get repeated. See here S101 is getting repeated 2 times and S102 is also repeated 2 times. So this is not uniquely identifying anything. So the name and stream code, it might repeat again and again. So there might be a duplicate values inside a particular column. So we can select the roll number or admission number as a primary key. That is our wish. We can select the columns which uniquely identifies the tuples within the relation. So that is called as a primary key. So we can select any one of the key as a primary key. And the second type of key is the candidate key. So the columns which are able to become a primary key is called as candidate keys. So the qualities to get a primary key is the non-repetition of values. No duplicate value should be there inside a particular column. So that type of columns, the column which can be able to become a primary key is called as a candidate keys. So the candidate key is a column or a group of columns which uniquely identify each record of the table. In case of primary key, we can select only one primary key for one table. But in the case of candidate key, we can have more than one columns as a candidate key. So out of the candidate key, we can select any one of the key as a primary key. So that is the thing. So here in this table, we have selected these two columns as candidate keys because candidate keys are the one which can be able to become a primary key. So these candidate keys also the same concept of uniquely identifying the tuples within the relation. So the candidate keys might also have non-repetition of values. We can select the candidate keys, more than one candidate keys, and from that candidate keys we can select any one of the key as a primary keys. So the important note is that we can select more than one columns, 1 or 2 or 3 or columns as a candidate key, but a table might contain only one primary key. Okay. So the next topic is the nodes, the important nodes on candidate keys. It should not be null value. So the candidate key should not have any null values inside it, and it must be unique. Okay. So each and every values inside it is different. Should be different. Okay. So it should be a minimal set of attributes. So what is meant by minimal set of attributes? So attributes means the columns. So it should contain a minimum column inside. Okay. So then only the candidate key should be there. So the next key is for primary key. So the same point as candidate key, it should not be null and it should be unique. Okay. So the primary key also does not contain any null values and it should be unique. Unique in the sense it should be different for each and every rows. A table can have only one primary key. For one table, there is only one primary key, but we can have more than one candidate keys. So out of the candidate keys, we can select only one primary key from that. So it does not have any duplicate values. So the duplicate values is, I have said you, non-repetition of rows inside it. Non-repetition of values inside the same column. So the next topic is alternate key. The alternate key is very easy. The candidate key, which is not a primary key, is called as an alternate key. So we have selected roll number as out of these two candidate keys. First of all, this roll number and admission number is selected as what? Is selected as a candidate keys. Out of that, I am going to select this roll number as a primary key. So the remaining candidate key admission number is considered as an alternate key. So the definition for alternate key is the candidate key which is not selected as a primary key is called as an alternative key. So the next topic is foreign key. Foreign key is used to represent the relationship between two tables. So here the parent table will be given and the child table will be given. So from the parent table, some data will be getting derived from to the child table. So some table will be having informations. So each and every table might be containing some information. But the thing in the foreign key is that it should be getting some values from the primary key of the parent table. So the non-key attribute whose values are derived from primary key of some other table is known as a foreign key in the current table. For example, here we are having two tables, named student is a child table and table stream is your parent table. So here in the student table, the stream code is getting accessed. The stream code is your foreign key. Okay, the student table is your current table and stream code is your foreign key. Okay, the foreign key is that the key which is derived from the primary key of the some other table. So here in the stream table, stream code is your primary key. So it contains the stream codes and the stream name. So each and every person will be studying in one or more subjects will be same. So Neha is studying in the stream S101. So from this table we can collect the details. What is S101? It is humanities. So we can easily identify from the parent table. So just we are getting only the primary key of a parent table in the current table. In that current table, the derived table is the derived column is called as a foreign key. Okay, like Nisha, she is 102. Yeah. So stream code of S102, it is commerce. So she is studying in commerce group. So we can have more than one subject the pupils might have studying. So more than one student may take humanities and more than 3 students will be studying non-medical. So it might occur more than one time. So the stream code is the one, but it can be a primary key from the parent table. But it is acting as a primary key from the parent table. Here the stream code is your primary key in the stream table, but it is foreign key in the student table. That is your current table. So the definition of foreign key is that the non-key attribute whose values are derived from the primary keys of some other table is known as a foreign key in the current table.